Greetings. This is Skyler Saunders seeing what's current. Yes, it has happened. Niggas die every day, B. Paul Reubens, dead at 70 years old. This is a childhood memory of mine. Mr. Paul Reubens had a knack for writing, producing, directing, and acting, and his most famous role as Pee-wee Herman. And I think it was just a sad situation that he got caught up in, a pornography kind of situation in 2002, and that's going to mar his legacy no matter what. That's the sad part. They have to print that probably in every, obituary that is going to be issued throughout the media. But I try to look at his, life as a creative force as more important than, his personal mishaps. Um, I think he was brilliant, very, clever, very witty, very, thoughtful, and he was also, a pretty fine actor. He was in the movie Blow. He played, a good cokehead, and I think he was a dealer as well. He did a good job in that. But he's best known for Pee-wee. It's always something like that for Hollywood and music and something like that. Like Sinead O'Connor, what is she known for? What was she known for? Nothing compares to you. Like that was her hit. That was her one time, big shot in the dark kind of song that was written by Prince. She didn't do too much else beyond that. She'll always remember for her role as a singer of Nothing Compares to You. So that's the same thing with Paul Reubens. I hope that he would get remembered just for Pee-wee, not the fact that he was caught up in that porno mess. Um, but don't forget that porno mess. Have that, documented. Don't let it, get swept under the rug. Have it be, included in his obituary. But remember the fact that he was such a artistic person. He was very involved, especially with child programming. Um, like I said, when I was coming up, like I was born in 88, 1988, and so he was big in the 80s. He was big in like the mid early either the early to late 80s or into the 90s, or just in the late 80s. Definitely, I know that for a fact. And he had various people that are famous right now. Lawrence Fishburne was on the show. Multiple people came through. It was just a silly thought. It was a thought provoking show at the same time. But also he had movies like Pee Wee's Big Adventure. He had this dance and then, he had that. If I say anymore, I'll get a copyright strike. But he definitely, brought it to the masses. His abilities, his skills, his draw, whatever he had, whatever sense of creativity that he had within him, he had in abundance, and he shared that with the world. And he didn't look like he was 70. I mean, you look at late pictures of him, and he looks like he's in his 40s. He looks like he's in his late 40s or early 50s. And he died of cancer. He did not disclose it to the public for a long time. Um, he was educated. He went to Boston University, California Institute of the Arts. He had got a BFA from them. But the iconic figure Pee-wee, like that was like the coolest thing I thought of when I was just a young lad. I thought that was really awesome. So if you know about Pee-wee Herman in the live chat, put a one up. Anybody who knows Pee-wee Herman, put a one in the live chat. And before I go any further, you ought to do this one thing. Oh boy, Lakeith, is that Lakeith? Lakeith Fetchu? Nope. Okay. I see 11 people in here. This might be my new. This might be my new time. All right. Visit. Spirit. Tune. Smooth. Tunes. Before you do anything, I know we're talking about Paul Reubens, but I gotta promote this sponsor. This is a heavy sponsor. Visit on YouTube. Yes, I Champus. I'm trying to eat off Paul Mall. Paul Reubens. That's his name. But I'm trying to eat off of him. Yes, I'm exploiting him. I'm exploiting his death. I'm trying to get. I'm gaining capital. Based off of his demise. But in the meantime, in between time, visit Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. That's what I said. I already explained that. That's the pornography issue. That's what he's going to be remembered for, most likely. It's either going to be the Pee-wee thing or the pornography thing. That's how it rolls in life. Whatever scandal you get involved in, it's going to follow you for the rest of your days, and that's what I think happened to him. Why he wasn't as prominent in Hollywood movies and TV anymore because of that scandal. I'll leave that up to you. You can look that up on your own, Champ Fisk. I'm not going to get into the details on my show. I'm just going to say that he was into pornography on a level that was, I think, criminal, or the charges were dropped or the case was dismissed. I don't know the exact details. I can look that up really quick. So I mean, that's on you. If you want to look that up, that by all means, you can see that he he had different shows and he was planning future films, but obviously they didn't come to fruition. There were okay. There were there were cases of child pornography. I think that was. He was charged with a misdemeanor possession of obscene material from properly depicting a child under the age of 18 or in sexual conduct. Um, the charges were dropped. Like I said, okay, good. For Reubens' guilty plea to a lesser misdemeanor obscenity charge. For the next 2 years, he was required to register his address at the sheriff's office, and he could not be in the company of minors without the permission of their parents or legal guardian. He was a collector of erotica, including films, muscle magazines, and sizable collection of mostly homosexual vintage erotica, such as photographic studies of teen nudes. Rubin said that this is from Wikipedia, by the way. Said that what the city's attorney's office viewed as pornography, he considered to be innocent art, and that what they described as people underage engaged in masturbation or oral copulation was in fact a judgmental point of view. So there's that. I mean, he had his demons. That was his version of the demons. Are you saying no? Yeah, that's no. He wasn't. What do you mean? Yeah, he was manipulating his genitals, but there was also pornography that was found. Salute to Black Warrior Spirit. Everybody in the chat room right now. The target for today is $40. And visit Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Okay, handling business. Handling business. That's what we're doing. What? What? I don't. Who? Okay, first off, who are you talking to, Champ Fisk? Are you talking to me? I'm not Paul Mall. It's Paul Reubens. Are you just saying his name to be funny? I don't understand. Explain yourself, sir, please. You, of course. Okay, so, but okay, who's Paul Mall? Are you just making up names to sound nice? I don't understand. Josie Love come up with the Pee-wee dance in 1986 #1 hit. Record R.I.P. Pee-wee. Exactly. Respect Money Low channel. Do you have a woman? I do not have a woman. No, not at the moment. I'm single like a dollar bill. And will remain so until I'm probably 80 years old, and then have a kid, and then die, and let the kid be raised by its mother and some other person, maybe another woman. I don't know. But respect that target. Today's target is $40. Chip in however much money you can. I'll take fives and tens. I'm starting to not take ones and twos because of Mr. Spirit McCroy, who comes in and does major stuff, and I've been promoting him. Visit Smooth Tunes on YouTube. Make sure you check him out. It's Quiet Storm Soul R&B, very relaxing, very engaging at the same time. Music from my childhood, music that I grew up on, listening to, sitting in the backseat of my parents' car. You know, LTD, Stevie Wonder, and the Blue Notes, the Spinners, anybody that's mentioned in slow jams, basically, with Kanye West, well, Ye and Twista and Jamie Foxx. You know, he has that all covered. So enjoy that site. You know, tell them that I sent you. Visit spiritsmoothtunes.com. That is my sponsor for today. Spiritsmoothtunes.com. Okay. My target is $40. I'm looking at my Cashapp and I'm seeing who right or not. I have 18 people in this live chat right now. This is the most I've gotten in weeks. 4 likes. I'm appreciating all of this. We're riding on pause. Not gonna pause, but we're going at and celebrating at the same time Paul Reubens, because we have to go at him. He's a white man. Don't matter to me. I can go at him. He was charged with pornography and a whole lot of counts, exposing himself, everything like that. Hey, he's a freak. I'm not going. You know, he was creative, but that don't mean he can't get this hated on. So I'm gonna need y'all to definitely step up the donations. I need that to make this show better, so I can get rid of this shadow, get a better lighting, get a microphone. It's for the show. It's for me, of course, to live, but I'm gonna try to use as much money of it, like 90% of it, to go towards the production of this show. So I want it to be the best as possible. All right, Champ Fist says, why wasn't the whole movie theater charged as well? I don't know. Maybe he was just a scapegoat. Maybe he was just, they had to pick somebody, and he was a notoriety. He was a notable figure, and they had to get somebody. I don't know. I have no rent. No, I have no rent, Chamfist. No, I have no rent. I pay utilities, but I have no rent or property taxes or anything like that. Yeah, those places still exist. You're right, Chamfist. And Chamfist, you're saying a lot. I hope you can put some dollar signs behind your words. I would much appreciate that. Anybody in the chat room right now, under the sound of my voice, please, donations, gifts, all that good stuff. Because I need the money. I need money for the show. I need money for my own life. I want 10%. I want to tithe for my life. So 90% for the show, 10% for whatever I want to do with my life. That's what I want to do. That's how your money will be used. We pay you monthly rent already. No, you don't. There's only one person that does that. That's Spirit McCroy. He's part of the 50 Club. There's only one member of the 50 Club. He's an exclusive club. There's only one member. That DV check isn't free. Oh, well, obviously. I know that. I paid into it, though. I had to pay taxes when I was in the military. When I was an active Marine, I had to pay taxes. I had to pay, every time I never got into combat, so I never got combat pay, which is increase in pay, and you don't have to pay income tax on it. You still have to pay Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, all that stuff. But for the most part, you don't have to worry about anything else. But let's get back to this Paul Reubens. Let's go and ride on this cracker, this white boy, this dead white boy, a white man, 70 years old. I mean, he's a white man. I guess I'll give him that much. He messed up. He got caught up in a whole issue and didn't understand the fact that he was doing something that was wrong and couldn't back it up. He did not mess up. You say, Champ Fist? Are you sure? It seems like he did. He seems like he got caught up in the pornography arrest, 2002. He was arrested in 1991 for masturbating while watching a film in an adult movie theater during a random police inspection. See, that was probably the reason. See, you got to read here, kid. During a random police inspection, a detective detained Reubens along with three. This is from Wikipedia. This is my source. And with three others, he was preparing to leave. And I'm just not going to say the source of the Wikipedia. This is also from Entertainment Weekly. Pee-wee Herman's and the Sympathy. Archived the original on January. Oh, okay. This is by Ty Burn, August 14, 1991. Okay, so that was that. I'll give you the sources. I'll give you the clear sources. Reubens told him, I'm Pee-wee Herman, and offered to perform a children's benefit for the sheriff's office to take care of this. The next day, and this is from the Victoria Advocate, August 4th, 1991. Okay, so there are your references, not just, oh, he's on Wikipedia. Oh. These are references from actual publications. So Reubens' attorney extended the same offer to Sarasota Herald Tribune in exchange for withholding the story. In 1971, Reubens had been arrested in the same county for loitering and prowling near an adult theater, though charges had been dropped. His second arrest occurred in 1983 when Reubens was placed on 2 years of probation for possession of marijuana, although adjudication was withheld. On the night of the arrest, Reubens traveled to Nashville, where his sister and lawyer lived, and then to New Jersey, where he stayed for the following months after his friend Doris Duke's estate. And that's coming from also Bruce Handy from Vanity Fair, the Pee-wee Herman story. So I'll give you the lowdown. I'll give you the details and everything. Thank you, Champ Fist. You're saying a lot. When are you gonna be putting up that money? Oh boy. So you use that for production. When is the last time you were employed? I still am employed. I'm self-employed. I'm my own boss. He did not mess up. Oh, you did it all the time. So I don't know what I did all the time. So what we know this, people do that all the time. I already put up money. Well, put up more money then. What's wrong with ain't no such thing as having too much money. Brimstone Gaming, exactly. Employed doing what? I'm employed doing these shows. That's what I'm doing. And writing stories. That's how I'm employed. But Champ Fist again, come on, man. One more question, and I have to charge you. You know, you can say all you want, but anything you want to answer is going to be a charge. That was the last question that I answered from you. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for being here, but don't think this is just a free ride. You're going to be a free rider, a free loader. Everybody else is going to chip in. Like I said, today's target is $40. There are 11 people in this room that I can see right now. 7 likes. I appreciate everyone. Pee-wee Herman is no more. Paul Reubens is no more. He has died from cancer at the age of 70. If you are not up to speed, he was a master of puppetry. He was a master of thought. He was Mr. Choice Terrain even featured him, even though he wasn't able to interview him personally on his Around the Way Connections magazine. He was able to, put that on top. Exact. I was just about to say that. shot by Fabby. Is that it? Fabi? I don't know how to pronounce your name wrong. Let me know how you say it. But smoking that Pee-wee pack. Everybody's gonna be smoking that Pee-wee pack. Because if you grew up in that era, that mid to late 80s. Let me see. When did this show start? Yeah, it was in the early 80s. It was early 80s. Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Pee-wee's Playhouse, 1986 to 1991. So that was me. I was 3 years old, when the show ended. So I took it as much as I could. Oh, respect, Brimstone Gaming, respect. Thank you for the sub. I also need that dollar. I need that dollar from you. There was the most people that were in here at one time was 18. Now we're down to 7. I guess people are going back to work, getting back to their off of their breaks. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm not saying that facetiously, just to say it, I appreciate it wholeheartedly, sincerely, and without regard. Without pretense. Pee-wee, Paul Reubens is dead. The man that put so much effort into child entertainment, sadly, we have to ride on the fact that he was caught up in pornography. He was caught up in exposing himself. He had his demons. There's a quote. Let me see. Let me see who said this quote. I'm looking up the quote right now. Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Everybody has 3 lives: a, a public life, a private life, and a secret life. So, his secret life will be, discussed probably more than his public life and his private life. It's okay, Brimstone Gaming. I'm gonna salute you and read your words because you subscribe to me. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is all over you and Facebook, and you were the only one live streaming it. Hey, that's that's what happens. But I don't have like 100. I have 1,000. Viewers. That's the thing. That's the sad part. But I'm surviving. I'm not crying. I'm just stating the fact. And I appreciate you, Brimstone Gaming. You're a real one. Salute you. Make sure you drop in as much as money as you can. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't, if you want to do 5, 10, 20, if you want to do the whole 40, that's your business. I'm not gonna goad you or try to, shame you into, buying money. People, there were some, I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Champ Fist, but it was somebody that was like, "Oh, you're begging people for money." Am I begging? I'm asking. I'm requesting people that they give their money. If they don't give their money, then they don't give their money. I'm not going to shame somebody. I'm not going to say, "Oh, you're a bad person. You're terrible for contributing to my show." That's not right. All right, Brimstone Gaming says, funny thing is, when Pee-wee got busted in the porn shop, he actually helped those shops make more money. Irony at its finest. Yeah, something bad. You expect something bad to only happen as something bad. But something bad became something good. Very unexpected. That's ironic. Aaron C. Okay, now you're trolling. That was a good troll, Aaron C. Stop begging for money. That was funny. Make sure you put in your 2 cents. Now you owe me $5 for saying that. You owe me $10 for writing that. No, I appreciate the troll. Thank you for that. Thank you. Salute to you. No, but Paul Reubens, he was on level. He was a genius. He was a genius on the level of Mr. Rogers and So many others. I mean, nowadays it's Blippy. If you're familiar with your nieces or your nephews or your own kids, they're probably into Blippy and things like that, and Blue's Clues. All kinds of adults that are doing children entertainment, and of course Sesame Street. The huge juggernaut that is Sesame Street that has always been around. But I mean, Paul Reubens had a totally different take on it. He had a whole different spin, and the way that he used puppets, and the way that he mastered the camera, and the way that he governed his way through, the way he positioned the cameras and how he did that was revolutionary. It was great, but he got caught up with that porn stuff. And not just porn, as you and I probably watch or have seen, but porn like for little boys and stuff like that, not cool at all, terrible, and young teens and nude, poses and stuff like that, and exposing himself. We can't forget about that. That can't be swept under. Oh well, he was a creative genius, and he had everything, and he was very thoughtful, and he wanted to help the kids. That could be true, and that's fine, and that's sweet. But you have to remember the fact that he was caught up. I'm all about Brimstone Gang. I'm hoping you send in a few dollars. You're not asking any questions. You ask them if you ask questions. Blah, blah. You'll have to pay me. But here we go with Brimstone Gaming. I'm representing for him because he's subscribed. Everyone begs for money. Government begs us in taxes. Employers beg us for raises. Athletes beg us for contracts. We can't buy stuff without money. LOL. I have a new subscriber, Kimberly Schaefer. Thank you, Kimberly Schaefer. Hi, how are you, young lady? My email address, in case you want to, discuss things further, is scoutshonors@gmail.com. Salute to Kimberly Schaefer. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, hey, it's ruminating in my head. It's going back and forth in my head, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just thinking, I gotta get on I gotta get on the air. I gotta get on this live. I gotta get on this live. I didn't even know he was gonna die. In the time I was putting in the metadata, I saw a flash on my screen. I was like, oh, I can't let this fishy get away. I said, oh, wait a minute. We can talk about this white boy or this white man, 70 years old. Let me be at least a little bit respectful. But but you can't let him go. And brother Mike, I'm not sure what you're saying. Emit. What do you mean? Black alien. He's young, gifted, and gay. Young, gifted, and gay. I'm gonna try. That's the song, a famous song made by Nina Simone regarding Lorraine Hansberry, who also was a LGBTQ community member, but couldn't express herself as much as today, when those gangsters took over a word, a flag, the rainbow, okay, and parts of the alphabet. You have to respect the LGBTQ community because they gangstered their way into making it. That's why I'm going off course a little bit here. I'm going back and forth. I'm going back and forth a little bit here. But what I'm saying is the LGBTQ community, which Paul Reubens apparently was a part of, he didn't voice it as much. He didn't say it, but he obviously, if he has gay porn, I mean, obviously, it don't take much of a smart. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a brain surgeon, but I'm pretty sure he was jocking his joystick to some little some tools. So he was part of the community, just wasn't as outspoken. Let me take a pause for the cause. Let me see. Brother Mike, I picked up his body this morning. I put him in the crematorium, hit the button. I made a video of it. Still doing some editing and getting the music just right at the conveyor takes him. Okay. Not true. I need some verification and qualifications and and bona fides to let me know if that's true. But I'll take your word for it. Make sure you hit that goal. Our goal is our target is $40. I had all these people in the chat, but nobody's giving up any money. I'm looking kind of funny out here. I got the bunny ears going. Himley Schaefer is subscribed to my channel about 3 times already. I don't know what's going on over there, but thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. But Paul Reubens, he's out of here. Paul Reubens, out of here. Gone. Dust. Another one bites the dust. It's over with. His whole life, his whole career, everything he stood for, gone. I remember Pee-wee's Playhouse though, but it was so cool. It was so funny. It was so goofy. I like that cheese. Why don't you marry it? You know what I mean? Little stuff like that. It's just like we were little kids and we were like picking up on it. You know, he'd say stuff like that. Well, why don't you marry it? And little stuff like that. And then the Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He's looking. I think the whole point of the movie was he was looking for his bicycle. Like that was they made a whole feature film in search of a bicycle. I mean, I guess that's a MacGuffin or an item that is prized and is used in film to, as the main item that is that people want. But now I'm down to 2. I'm down to 2 people in there. It was up to 18. And now I'm back up to 4. Okay, it's fluctuating. Okay, we're going to get to some way. Yeah, I love this movie too. Stupid but funny animations. Yeah, you would know if you are a creator. You seem like in the title of your name that you're funny animations. You knew him, about that. Hi, OMG. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, how you doing? Are you 18 or older? Salute to you. How'd you find me, Kimberly? That'd be one thing I want to know. Did you look at the title of the show and say, "Oh, I gotta find this out"? 34. Okay, good to go. I'm old as dust. I'm 35. I'm a year older than you. So hit me up. So hit me up and hit my Gmails. We can talk about some things further. Wait a minute. Are you 34 or 35? 34? No. 35? What's happening? What are you? Are you about to turn 35? What's happening? No, I appreciate everybody's in here. Everybody who's in here is 5 people. There's 5 people in this live chat. And I appreciate every one of you. It was up to 18, 19, and somebody confirmed, it was because, as I suspected that it was because of Paul Reubens' death. People, said, "Oh, what's that?" And they must have clicked it and they saw my goofy mess and and said, "Okay, I'm done now. Let me get out of here." I thought they were going back to work. People were on their break and they said, "Oh, Paul Reubens died. Oh my God!" Once again, I'm not crying over no cracker. It's not gonna happen. Not crying. Not crying over no cracker. It's not gonna happen. Never have, never will. I don't know what MMTO you are. You're cool. Thank you, and thank you, stupid but funny animations. I respect you. Like I said, I haven't checked out your if you it seems like you have a YouTube. I'm gonna have to look up stupid but funny animation. Let me see. Look that up right now. Stupid but funny. Do you have a YouTube screen? I'm looking for you. I'm not finding you. But I appreciate you anyway. I do appreciate it sincerely. Oh, your son is 7. Okay. Good to go. You're a mama. That's great. Good to go, Kimberly. Are you familiar with Paul Reubens, aka Pee-wee Herman, as myself, as our generation came up under? Are you familiar with Mr. Reubens, the late great or the late hate Mr. Reubens? Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Wait a minute, I'm not sure what you mean. I am this. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna keep looking them up. I'm gonna keep searching. After the show, I'm definitely gonna try my best to get it together so I can understand your platform better. But thank you. But Kimberly, explain yourself a little bit more. What is I am this? I am space NIS. What is that? I don't know what that means. Is that an acronym for something? But Paul Reubens, go on. Not crying over him. Have to tell the world that you can sweep it under the rug all you want. He was caught multiple times, and different sexual acts, or different kind of material, and that's very sad. I'm just going to point that out. It's sad because he was very creative, but he can't be dismissed. That can't be dismissed. Just like Woody Allen, just like Bill Cosby, you can't dismiss. And especially when it comes to Bill Cosby, when he finally kicks the bucket, it's gonna be like, should I be able to say he was that dope? He was that brilliant, a mastermind of creating series, being a lead in I Spy and Fat Albert and the Cosby Show and so many and so forth. Uh, uh, it's gonna get goofy like that. More so it's gonna be about him spending time in the penitentiary. It's gonna be more about all the women he I can't say allegedly anymore because he was convicted. He abused. I don't know how many made it up, or just wanted to get clout, but he was convicted. So therefore, you have to say he abused women. Stella Gardner. Okay, welcome, Stella Gardner. Target for today. You have to admit, Falber in the game was genius. It was brilliant. I didn't see all the cartoons out. I didn't come up in that era, but when I did get a chance to see them, some of them, I earlier in YouTube or some point where I saw it. I thought it was pretty, well put together. But Paul Rubin, Stella Gardner, I know you're new, and I'm asking you for at least $10 today. Who can chip in $10 first? Make that amongst yourselves. There's 5 people in the chat on my end. It could be different from you. You could have 6 or 7. That's how YouTube fluctuates. It's weird. But I have 10 likes, 6 viewers right now, and I have $0. So something has to be fixed. I don't care how much you put in. Here's my Cash App. Hold on. If you don't like the Cash App, you can do the PayPal. Brother Mike, Paul had $50. I know that's weird. You're supposed to put the dollars before the 50, but that's all right. in his pocket. Okay. Sky already. I read your short. I read your short story. Oh, thank you, Keith. Thank you, thank you. Keep reading that story. I was gonna promote it, but I'm letting this whole Paul Reubens pack. I never smoked a day in my life. I never smoked marijuana a day in my life. But I hope you all had the chance to smoke your power packs. All of that on the name of Paul Reubens, this brilliant man who had his demons. He had his demons about him. And I hate to say it, and I'm not gonna, stand on it. I'm just gonna stay. People are going to say everybody's not perfect. You can be morally perfect. It is possible. I don't like when people say everybody was perfect. Yeah, that's right on Paul. That's right. Pause. Pause. Let's ride on his memory. Let's ride on his memory right now. Keith, by the way, I need at least $5 or $10 just to say I made money from this historic amount of money, a moment, this historic moment. I was up to 18 viewers live because of the fact that Paul Reubens died. I mean, all the reports are coming in. He died. He actually died last night, but the reports didn't come in. I think TMZ. Let me see. TMZ. That's probably on their top their headline. He wrote apologies to friends. It said that, and this is from TMZ, we're told he had a brain tumor 6 years ago, but doctors were able to surgically remove it, and it was considered a successful procedure. It's unclear what kind of cancer he'd been diagnosed with most recently. So it could have been the cancer spread. No, this guy was, he was great. He really was great. And it's a shame that he had those demons. We're not gonna let those go. We're not. I don't care if you can't see a black man like Bill Cosby, you can't let that go. You know, you have to look at the fact that this white man, even in his death, you have to recognize the fact that he had something. Oh, Keith, he died. You get 3 questions before you. I'll stop answering your questions. We get 3 questions. But how did he die? How did he kick the bucket? He had cancer, and it wasn't pronounced, until much later. Really, until now. Really, he didn't let people know he had cancer. My tablet glitchy. Well, Stella, I don't know. You have to step up your game. Is anyone else's tablet it's glitch? Okay, okay, it's glitched. I don't know what. Maybe you know what happened because I was switching screens. That's probably what happened. No, you're not stupid, Stella. I'm not calling you stupid. You can. I don't know if you want to call yourself stupid. I call myself stupid all the time because it's true. I dropped out of community college. I mean, I'm not that bright. I'm not that bright. I'm okay. I'm pretty good. I'm relatively smart, but I'm not, some brilliant genius, somebody who graduates with honors, from a degree granting institution. No, Stella, we don't need college to get a job. That's true. Depends on what you do. No, I appreciate that. Stupid but funny animations. I appreciate that. Thank you for chipping in. But I gotta admit to myself, I gotta be truthful. Don't have to be educated to be a slave. That's true. That's true. That's true. I think I understand what you mean. Then I'm gonna have to write on this movie tomorrow. I'm gonna review Asteroid City. Anybody else seen that movie yet? And the funny thing is, it kind of ties into Paul Reubens because he seems like he would have been in the West, the Wes Anderson universe. He had that same kind of aesthetic. He kind of shared the same kind of look and feel of what a Wes Anderson movie usually looks like. So drop me that line, dish me that information, let me know because I'm probably gonna go on it tomorrow. Stupid but funny animations. If you send me, and I'm serious, if you send me $50 I will review World Trade Center. Honestly, drop it. Drop $50. You'll be part of the Skyler Saunders 50 Club automatically, and I will review World Trade Center. Facts. You don't have to do it right now. Whenever you get the chance, if you, uh, okay. See, I don't know if you're a kid. When you say you're a kid, who am I talking to? Because I like to talk to adults. Are you like 13, 14? How old are you? Are you over 18? Are you over 18 years of age? Super funny animations. Let me know right now. You're 13. Jesus Christ. Okay, I ask your parents for permission and let them know that you're talking to a 35-year-old man right now. I don't even know if I should continue to talk to you anymore. Okay, I don't know if is it are you a male or female? Stupid but funny animations. Old, what does that say? Old and move from or from New. Okay, old damn, you from Newark? And Newark? Is that what you're saying? She said 13. I don't know, but there's two people in this room right now. 10. Oh, wait. What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about now. You talking about 10? Are you 13? You're 10? What's going on? Oh, you're male. Okay, great. Stella's saying you're 10. I don't know if that, if you know each other. I don't know. No. Okay, Stella's saying no. Have you subscribed, Stella? I need you to hit that subscribe button as well. I'm getting no money. Yeah, I figured that much. Stupid but funny animations. World Trade Center is out 9/11. My question to you is, what? Can you look up within 5 seconds? Can you say what year the events of September 11th occurred? What year? You got 5 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Good job. See, some people say, "Oh, I don't know, 2002, 2003." I don't know, 1959, exactly. So people, they don't even know what year 9/11 was because we used the word 9/11. 9/11 is every month, or not every month, every year. There's a 9/11 every year. But the events, the horrific tragedy that took place, the disaster that took place was on September 11th, 2001. But we have gotten off track, have we not? We have to write on his memory. We have to write on Paul Reubens' memory. Brilliant man. You can't take that from him. Can't take away Bill Cosby's brilliance. Can't take away Woody Allen's brilliance. But they had their demons. And Bill Cosby and Woody Allen still have their demons. Woody Allen's, I don't think he had the cuffs on him, but he doesn't make public appearances that much. He makes a few movies every year. He used to make a movie a year, I think. But I think for you studied 9/11 for 5 months. Well, that's impressive. That's actually impressive. But Paul Reubens, he had the knack. He had the idea. He had the mind. He had the brain power. He had the horsepower of the mind, the IQ, to make it possible for children to watch his shows. It's a shame that he got caught up with some pornography and some child porn and all that mess, and it just tarnished his whole career. Just completely tarnished it. He made a huge comeback in 2000 with the movie Blow. He had an excellent performance in Blow. He did a great job opposite Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. But also who also died? Come on, I'm popcorning it now. Who else was in Blow? He recently died. Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta. He was in that movie as well. And Rachel Griffiths. Great actors. Oh, great movie. It was a good movie. Very good movie. Well made. It was entertaining. And Paul Reubens contributed to that. He did a good job with that. But can't forget what he did. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, he was for the kids. He was trying to make the kids learn, and he did. He helped me learn. Being silly and making up phrases and being goofy. and being, having little jokes here and there, And like I said, he helped launch careers. Lawrence Fishburne was on the show, among others. It was a lot of fun. It was Pee-wee's Playhouse. It was fun. It was for 5 years, and he had the movie Pee-wee Big Adventure. Trying to get his bike back. Simple as that. He wasn't doing much else. He wasn't shooting up anybody. He wasn't shooting anything in his veins. He wasn't, pleasuring himself in a movie theater. Yes, yeah, I appreciate that, Keith. Let's keep it on topic, though. Keep it on topic with Paul Reubens, and make sure if you want me to review Boogie Nights, send $50. I'll do movie reviews for $50. $50 a pop. That's a discount. If you go to Dr. Jerome Brook, he does movie reviews for $500. His reviews are $500. He's not kidding. Oh, wait a minute. I could be wrong. It's either $1,000 or $500. I know $1,000 is probably the movies and $500 is music. I think that's how it goes. But either way, I'm not charging you that much. This is a discount. I'm Walmart. He's Gucci. Okay? Mr. Troy Star Terrain is Dolce & Gabbana. I'm Chaps. Can't have a polo shirt. Okay? He's definitely up there. He's got a yacht. I'm on a dinghy. Okay? I'm in a boat. I'm in a rowboat. Okay? But we digress. Paul Reubens. He's a funny guy. He was a funny guy. Yeah. He had a sense about him though. He had a sense about him that, he was gonna say something, goofy and off the wall, but then, on the street, he was a totally different person. He was a totally, obviously he had a knack for, young boys, but he didn't touch them. Apparently, he didn't have any, issues with touching them. He just watched pornography and watch, scroll through magazines and stuff like that, and material things of that nature. Stella Gardner, when is soon? You coming back? Are you getting a sandwich, or are you coming back for the show? And remember to subscribe. Thank you very much for stopping by, Stella Gardner. Everybody give Stella Gardner a hand. And give stupid but funny animations a hand. Give Keith a hand. Give Brother Mike a hand. I had a lot of people. Give Kimberly Schaefer a hand. I appreciate all of you. I've subbed by. Thank you. Support to stupid but funny animations. If you're 30 years old, I'm not trying to get caught up in Paul Reubens. I know you can be on YouTube. I know it's 13 and up, but I'm looking for 18 and up, to be honest with you. My shows even say this is not for kids. I wouldn't even have this live chat if it was for kids. I don't know how you got in here. Maybe because you're 13 and older. Maybe because of that. And I can't say anything else. I'll get a copyright strike. Tequila. Woo! We had fun, though, Keith. That was funny. That was a good one. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you for that. I knew exactly what you meant. I knew where you're going. When we do it too. That's how he was doing it, wasn't he? When he was on top of the bar. That's like classic moments in your childhood. If I was watching that today, I'd be like, wow, man, I'm 35, and I remember that when I was like, what, 4, 5, 6? It hit me. Hit me, and this is not, I'm about to cry over him. I'm gonna cry over him, cracker. But the fact that he was just such a brilliant man, he was a brilliant man. You have to admit to that. You have to respect the fact that he put in work. He put in time. He put in effort in order to show that he was somebody that was approved, that he made it possible for other people to have jobs. You know how much time it took to build that set? how many designers, how many gaffers, how many best boys, how many grips, how many dollies. All of that took a crew. It probably took a small army to try to put together that show and put together his movies. I'm down to one person. I got 5 minutes left. I'm not talking about Paul Reubens anymore. Respect to him. Rock in power. There is no God, so there is no heaven or hell. Nobody is giving me my $40 yet. I'm mad at that. I'm angry. I'm about to punch Paul Reubens in the face when he's dead. Now I got 2 extra people watching. Old damn from you got to change your name. I know, but there's 2 more. There's 2 more. Don't cry. Hey, we're doing good. I can't pronounce your name. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name. Something from Newark, I guess, from Newark. Some mess. I don't know. That's a goofy name, ma'am. You want to talk that girl stuff? Child, please. Woo, child. As Mr. Troy starts to rain, I just stole that from him. I steal a lot from him if he hasn't noticed by now, but we're on a very good business relationship. We're not friends. I've never hung out with him. I've never had a drink or shared a sandwich with him. Nothing like that. It's messy. Exactly. Good. It's messy. Ooh, child, it's messy. Well, Paul Reubens' life was messy. So, but respect to him. Salute to him. Farewell, and fond memories. All right. I have to talk about my story. It is on vocal.media.com. I'm going to give you the site and the name. 57 minutes left for a full hour show. That was mainly rolling on the memory of Paul Reubens. Ruler of the kingdom of the air. I had a hater come at me. Oh, well, it's inelegant if you have 2 of those. He ain't explaining why, though. He ain't explain. He said, he ain't explain. I asked him why not, and he couldn't explain. He just stopped, communicating with me. But that's my story. Ruler of the kingdom of the air. Look up what ruler of the kingdom of the air refers to. Similar to Lord of the Flies. I just realized that when I was writing a few days ago. I was like, dang, I almost wrote the title of Lord of the Flies, almost exactly. And in a sense, it's the same exact title. It's just a different way of saying it. But I want you to, and it's a different story. It's a totally different story. And it's just the beginning of it. This is chapter 1. So once you get a chance, be like Keith. Be like Keith today. Ruler of the kingdom of the air. The story was interesting, very interesting. Yes. It's what's most interesting. It's called something very shishi foo foo, very upscale. It's called a roman au clef. It's spelled Roman au clef, but you pronounce it roman au clef. And it's essentially you just change the name of people and events to fit a fictional narrative. That's basically what it is. So I need you to do 2 things. I just promoted my story, but I also need you to do this. I said it earlier in the broadcast, and I'm hoping that you can. If you, I didn't get my $40 in an hour. This young man makes sure I gets my money. So I respect him. He's definitely a best. So I'm putting up visit Spirit Smooth Tunes on YouTube and subscribe. That's what I asked you to do. I'm just rocking it. I'm a rocket, to the wheels fall off. Now I have some errands to run. I have some, some business to handle, but we're not ready for that yet. We're going to just talk about two things. I think I spoke about Paul Reubens enough. It's all right, Keith. It's all good. I understand, sir. I know. I've been there. I've been there. I remember I rubbed like, I'm seriously, 2 quarters together for my for my wallet. 2 quarters at 50 cents, and I thought I was like, what I can do with this. I can go buy, a water. I can get, a small sandwich. I can, 50 cents. That's all it took. But now I got 4 figures in the bank right now. I know that's not a lot. That's not a lot to other people, but I didn't pay any taxes on them. Nope. And I'm getting money from my stories and these chats. Is Skyler Saunders hermaphrodite? If you send in $10 right now, I'll tell you if I'm hermaphrodite or not. I'll just call you O or OID. It looks like OID. It looks like oh damn you from Newark. Is that Newark? It looks like you just omitted the some of the vowels. Yeah, I'm done with Mr. Reubens. Hope he has people behind him. Go to his memorial service or his funeral or something like that. Like he cares. He's in whatever we don't even mind. We don't care about. Why do you care about death? That's a sadness that is pervades the world. I'm afraid to die. Why? Live your life. Enjoy. This world is for enjoying. And then when you die, okay, I'm gonna die. Bam. Okay, just accept it as a fact. Don't dwell on it. Just know that you're gonna make this life as great as possible. That's how you do it. You don't worry about it. Say, okay, oh damn you from Newark. I guess that's what you're trying to say. It's 6 watching. Okay, now we have 5 watching. It fluctuates. It goes up and down. I'm cool though. I can go for 2-3 hours. It depends on whenever my father is ready. We're supposed to handle some business. Yeah, now 5. So you see it too. Do you see the likes too? I see 11. How many do you see? Chop chop up to the god of popcorn. I don't even know what that means. Is that patois? Is that a native tongue? Is it? Yeah, 11 likes exactly. Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, brother Mike. I don't know what you mean. I don't know if that's part of your nationality's slang or something. I don't know. But I'm promoting 2 things: Spirit Smooth Tunes and subscribe. So visit Spirit Smooth Tunes and subscribe to his channel. My target was $40. I'm testing this out. I surpassed $20 three times. So I said, hey, if I can do $20, why don't we do $40? Dr. Jerome Brook asks for $650 a night whenever he's on the mic. $650. He doesn't always get his goal, but most likely he gets it. Yes, Keith, that's true. Death is inevitable. That's why you enjoy your life. You don't spend all your days worrying, oh my God, how am I going to die? What if I die? What am I, oh. The only thing I worry about is about people that I love and I care for, my values, them dying. That's my gripe with life. But that's not really a gripe. It's just it could be just a facts of reality. But that's what I worry about. I don't worry about my own death. What is there to worry about? I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be in complete nothingness. That's why we don't even consider that. We don't even talk about, oh well, in death we go into a different dimension and then we find out. No, you just not to be. It's just like at the end of a sentence or after a period or after Z. If you come up with a letter after Z, I'll believe in Jesus, Moses, and Muhammad all at the same time. There is no letter after Z, like there was no letter before A. There's just the alphabet. The alphabet represents life and how many words you can create, how many different sentences and paragraphs and chapters and books you can create out of your life. I'm saying all this metaphorically. That's what you have to worry about. Not worrying about every day and oh my God, I think I'm coming down with something and I might be sick and I think I might die. You know what I'm getting at here? When it turns to zero. I just noticed that. If I have zero people I'm talking to, then I'll say, you know what, good night. But when I start saying good night, I see 2, 3 people come on. 2, 3, 4, 5 people come on. Because I only see one person and I see 11 likes. One person in the room. So whoever you are, salute you. I thank you very much for your time. Once again, I'm not going to sign off just yet. I'm going to sign off when it gets to zero. Because I have all the time in the world. I'm very fortunate. I don't have to punch a clock. I don't have to push a mop just to get that guap. That's what I don't got to do. Nobody's telling me, oh, well, could you pick up the dust bunnies or could you go, look 1 to 3. Now, look at that. But could you go in the freezer and get this? No, none of that. I don't have to worry about any of that. I have no issues with how people get in their work. I don't, because I was there. And it's a weird feeling. It's a strange feeling. You're like, why am I here? What am I doing? Oh yeah, I have to get that money. But what do they do with the money? They take payroll tax, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, income tax, state tax, federal tax, local taxes. That's just the taxes. Forget that. Regulations and controls. Regulations and controls is what throttle all human endeavors and businesses. It makes it almost impossible to breathe. But somehow, some way, people that are in business know exactly what to do. They can go to their lawyers and accountants. They can figure out a way to get around taxes. Excuse me. Notice that the chat has slowed down a little bit. It was moving pretty steadily. I never seen a chat room move that fast. But you know what? If Keith is still in the live chat, if you're out there, Keith, make sure since you wrote, or since you read my story, make sure you let other people know about it as well. I appreciate it. I do. It's 3 people in here. So whoever's in here, I appreciate whoever's in here. Oh, so you are here, Keith. Keith, make sure you share with as many people the idea of my story. Share it with and the site. Make sure they read it on the site itself. Thank you. Marriage vows. Will you support each other in life and death? Uh, See, I don't think those are the vows, and I think vows is spelled VOWS. But I don't fault you, sir. I'm just trying to clean up. But I don't know if those are the vows. I think the vows are um maybe I'm trying to remember what they are exactly. Do you take this woman to be your lawful life to cherish and hold sickness and sickness and I'm not sure of them. I'm not sure of them, but I'm sure that it means more so in life because it has to mean only in life, really. It can't be in death. You don't have anything in death. There's nothing. Just like that's why people are religious or not religious but faith based or mystical. It's okay, Keith. I understand. I understood what you meant. I was just trying to say. I was just trying to say for myself what you were saying. At first, I thought you were saying souls, marriage souls, and I was like marriage vows. Vows. It took me a while. See, I'm slow, but that's what's so I think it's so important. And you're not off the hook, Keith. I still don't see. I see my cash apps. You didn't send any money in today, so I'm still waiting on those dollars. Whatever you can do. I know. You said earlier that your wallet is on E, but do whatever you can. Do whatever you can. I'm not gonna fault you for it. I know, Keith. I know it's hilarious. I hate emoticons. I don't know if you're laughing at me. I don't know if you're laughing with me. I can't tell. That's why I hate emoji. I hate most emojis. Some emojis are cool. I like salute. I like the thumbs up. I like the fist bump. Those are pretty cool. But it just comes to a point where we have to say, I love life. There is no other thing other than life, and I'm not going to worry about going up to a mystical land where the streets are paved with gold. There's pearly gates. Like, who made the pearly gates? Who made the streets of gold? Is there a union? Do they have to go through a subcontractor? I mean, once you start getting to specifics, it makes it ridiculous. It really does. It really makes it ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense, but people look past that. That's one thing they did with Jesus. They had to find somebody to say, "Hey, wait a minute. We gotta take a guy, right? We gotta take the guy, and we gotta make him God's son. We'll make him God's son. That's a good thing. He's the son of God. He comes down to earth to save humanity, because not for his sins, but for their sins." This is genius because people thought, wait a minute, he's not dying for himself. He's dying for me. Damn, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. I can do whatever the hell I want. All I have to do is repent, and then I can go into heaven. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm taking that. Like that's just the Christian view. I can only speak on the Christian view. I don't know about Judaism. I don't know about Islam, but I am sure about what Christianity is about. And it's funny, Keith. I'm not gonna hit you up, Keith. I'm not gonna hit you up. You're being honest. Life is like a box of chocolates, but unless if it's a Stouffer's, I mean, not, wait a minute, not Stouffer's. What is it? What is the cake or the candy? I can't think of the candy, but if you flip it on the other side, you can see where all the candies are and all lined up in the box. So there's that. Um, but I'm enjoying this thing called life. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Brother Mike, you're next. I see it in the shadows behind you. You're going to see the other side soon. Don't believe me? Just look for 83. That number is following you. You'll see. Thank you, Brother Mike, for your very mystical solution. I appreciate that. Have you sent in your $10.20? your $20? Have you sent that in, sir? I can say definitely not, because that would show up on my screen. I have a screen that has all the cash apps on it. You have yet to send in that $10 or $20 or that $30 or make it a complete $40 and just call it a day. The upper room with Jesus. Yeah, I can't sing either, but it's fun. But and if I say any more, I'll probably get a copyright strike. So I appreciate that. That's something that I think is so important. Popcorn, popcorn, it's coming. I have no idea what you're talking about, brother Mike. And I may stop responding to you because you still haven't sent in that money. I'm hitting you up for $10 and $20. I'm hitting you up for the research, for the work I did, for the brief amount of time I had to look up Mr. Reubens, and I read from Wikipedia, but I also had the sources to back me up. So you have to respect that. You have to put a dollar somewhere on that. I'm encouraging you. And if anybody else can, vouch for this, I have 5 people in the live chat. 5 people. 11 likes still. Lowest it's going to is 1. I was waiting for it to go down to 0. I wait all day. I wait until I have to, do my business, or somebody said, puts in that dough. And I'm not gonna hit Keith up. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. But like I said, let me speak about my story. My story, the ruler of the kingdom, or it's just ruler of the kingdom of the air. It's about this father who is completely frazzled. He's taken aback by the words from his brother-in-law. All right, we're down to 4. Now I know. Now I know. When I start talking about my stories, then we start to see people retreat. You say, I didn't come here for that. I don't really see that. Yeah, I'm all right. I'll see you on the flip side. Exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna start talking about my story and see how many people are here. Exactly. Yep. The number of the beast. Keith knows. You can spoil it. If you spoil it, that's fine with me. Because people are gonna want to know how. They want to know why. Don't know what. Don't know when. Don't know where. But they're gonna know what and who and whom. But they're gonna know how and why. That's gonna be the driving force behind all of this. Because I'm trying to win this challenge. I'm not going to front. I'm not going to lie. Now we're down to 3. We're moving on down. I'm not, playing around. I'm really trying to get this challenge on. Trying to get it popping. Trying to get, it's gonna be at the end of September. That's how far away this is. That's how much time I have to let people know, exactly what I want. That's what I'm working for. That's what I'm working on. Hey, somebody in the chat who hasn't, spent a dime, say I only have till Thursday. You can look it up and see who it is, but I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not going to promote him like that. But I don't even know where he's coming from. He might be some voodoo, I don't even know what he's on right now, but salute you anyway. You know, I appreciate you. But my story, it is about more than the meets the eye. It's about identity. It's about understanding who you are. It's understanding about where you came from and why. And the singularity, the oneness of all of that. You only get one birth in one place at one time. Everybody on this planet, whoever lived or died, has that to say. They can't say anything else. They can say, "Oh, well, I was born about 3 or 4 times." I mean, unless that's like a medical issue where they, their heart stopped, and I doubt that would be the case. Or they were brain dead and they revived them and came back to life. I highly doubt that one. But no, I can't see that happening. I can't see that happening. Same thing with death. Well, I seriously was cremated and then I came back to life. Like, what? That's another thing for people that believe in, you can travel in the past. All right, all the people that were cremated, can they travel in the past too? Can you collect all their issue and back, everything that created, and then turn it back to the regular form? I mean, that just kills the whole, going to past, idea. Leave that to the TVs, the books, the novels, the magazines, the TV shows that want to go back in time. There's 4 people on here right now. I'm talking about my story. I should read a story. Let me read a story. Cayo Blanco, a tourist corrects a guide. He had the theory with the iceberg, Gondry Desco pointed out. That's right. Justine Morrow, the tour guide to the Ernest Hemingway Home and Museum in Key West, said with enthusiasm. Now, this is where Mr. Hemingway wrote The Old Man and the Sea. Desco looked cross. No, that's not right. He thought about it and planned it here, but he wrote the book in Cayo Blanco, Cuba. Justine looked miffed. I've been guiding this for 12 years and I know this is a fact. I just looked up online and found that you're wrong. Well, all right, I'll take that. Those are the shorts. Very short. This one, though, ruler of the kingdom of the air, 3,000 over 3,000 words, almost 3,300. So I have range. I have range. Don't get it twisted. I can do 100 words or over almost 3,300 words. And I have 9 unpublished novels. 9. Because I don't know what the hell to do with them. It's too many options. Way too many options. Way too hard. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should self-publish. I don't know if I should go to a big company or. I know it's a hard slog. That's what people don't. They don't talk about it enough. They don't tell about the editing houses and the revision houses and all the process that it goes through just to get to a place like you have. That's why it's celebrated. That's why they get money. Money is the greatest exchange because we don't know about all the issues that they had to go through. Voodoo. Keith says voodoo, and then says voodoo. Like he's questioning himself almost. I don't know what he's doing. I still rock with you though, man. I still rock with you. So okay, we might drop down to 3. Got 3 more to go. I'm gonna read more stories. This one's called Final Bombs for Now. America takes on Saudi Arabia in nuclear fashion. 15 of the 19 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. While Iran was vociferous in the denunciation of America, Saudi thought about the demise of the United States. They got bombed anyway. The nuclear clouds over Riyadh and Jeddah, the message that the hellfire had finally reached the so-called ally of America. In the blistering heat of the explosions, hundreds of thousands of people experienced the power of the Department of Defense in the United States arsenal. Now there was no questioning, no equivocation about whether the Saudis could still be friends until they signed the Constitution. This was all true. I like that one. I always like that. Anytime Saudi Arabia gets bombed, I'm cool. I understand why more people aren't doing that. I'm too close. Okay, we're down to two. Two more. I'm trying to get y'all out of here. Trying to boot you. Trying to get you out of here now. Another bombing continued. North Korea gets a taste of the hydrogen bomb. Code is everywhere. The missile attempts and the posturing on North Korea had to stop, so the United States put an end to it. With the hydrogen bomb, the country sustained a significant blast. The amount of casualties near 500,000 dead and millions more injured. The idea of the demilitarized zone was obliterated as all the men and women untouched by the destruction flocked to Seoul, South Korea, and to Europe and the U.S. When the radiation had caused cancers to the Kim family, they knew they had to surrender and end their brutal regime. That's it. Simple and plain. He got figured out. Ain't no riddle. Now I'm back up to 3. Y'all are messing with me now. I'm trying to get it down to 0, daggone it. My stories usually make people get down to 0. Horrible day with the death of Reubens. Richard James. Richard James, welcome. Welcome. We talked about Mr. Reubens a lot during the previous hour. During the first hour. This is the second. We're in the second hour now. Today's target is $40. So true. Let me see. I'm trying to get people out of here. I'm gonna get people out of here. You know. The eyes of the sun. The Titan Helios has a ball with the shining sun. Code is everywhere. Helios held the sun in the palm of his hand. He reached down and dribbled it and made an emotion shooting it. He kept it in his grip. Never since. Never since. He enjoyed playing with it. Awful. Look just in the eye of the sun made him wonder more about the possibilities of the universe. This orb, this thing that provides so much to the Earth, especially into the other planets as well, was Helios' gift and wonderment. He stood tall and balanced it on his shoulders and set it back into place. He felt the power of the thing. I like that one. Oh, that's what you meant? All right, girl, watch me. Okay, I'll entertain, but you're gonna have to cough up something, my friend. Okay, it's down to 2. I'll talk about Paul Reubens since Richard James wants to. If Richard James comes in with a donation, I will talk about Paul Reubens some more. But until then, I will continue my stories. I'll tell him the stories. Thank you, Richard James, for your testimony. I guess I can say this, or your reflections. But I'm gonna need that cash, man. I've been on for over an hour and I didn't get $1. One. I didn't get anything. So I'm asking you, just like PBS and so many others, they have pledge drives. They ask you for money so they can keep the programming up, make it mostly commercial free. So that's serious. I appreciate you being honest there, Mr. James. But you have to respect the dollar. If you want, I can talk about Paul Rubin. You want me to talk about Paul Rubin? I can talk about him as long as you chip in as much as you can. I'm looking for tens and twenties though at this point. The Cash App. My Cash App is right here. Hold on, let me get it. Salute to you, Richard James. But I need that money, man. And I'll talk about. I was talking about Mr. Rubens the entire late great Rubens the entire time. And okay, Keith, that's between you two. Y'all can hate each other all you want. I'm looking for his money, I'm looking for somebody that's viable and able to chip in wherever they can. Salute to them. I think you two are the only two left, by the way, Richard James and Keith. So I'm gonna just wait for y'all to do your talking while I do my stories. It'll get you out of here, I'm sure. This story is called Billfold. A young man is put on game. Code is everywhere. Coffee spilled down the mug and made a ring. There was a coaster. Oh, there was a coaster underneath. Oxley Sadbury finished his cup. He then pulled out a thick billfold. Across the way, a kid no older than 17 named Alvin Corey looked at Sadbury. Hey, mister. I had to interrupt to be polite. I hate to interrupt to be polite. Where did you get all the that money from? I get money from women all over the world simply because of my existence. I don't pimp in the traditional sense. I definitely don't sex traffic. I'm a gentleman of leisure. So women just see you? I like that one. Hey, you know what? 3 o'clock, I'm out of here. You guys can talk amongst yourselves, exchange information if you want in the remaining time, because I'm gonna be getting out of here, no matter if it's zero or not. I appreciate everyone who liked, who came in. This is probably my biggest show ever. Uh, I appreciate everybody that was able to say something and do something that contributed to my platform, even though it wasn't monetary, but it was something that I definitely appreciated. I definitely said something that was you know big of everybody, because the Paul Reubens death, it was just a coincidence, really. It was just good timing. It happened to be just good timing. Had it right on his death, people that you know that's the crux of the very essence of this show, is to be timely. I just happened to be extra timely when the news broke, because, like I said, I think he had died last night, and the news outlets didn't get it until earlier today. So for all the people that think that he was a great man, he was in a way. He was flawed. He was deeply flawed. He had his demons, and he tried to fight him and wrestle him, and just I think it ultimately consumed him. It wasn't just the cancer. It was the fact that he knew he couldn't regain the same stature that he once had in the minds of children and adults and people that grew up with him. So I have to say, he is one of the best. He was one of the best to ever do it. Shame he had all those secret, terrible secrets in his life that came into that were exposed. But I'm not going to say rest in peace, but rock in power. So I say thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'm out. Thank you.